This is a series of 4-day hikes in Big Bend National Park over day 1, 2, and 3. This is a view from the Lost Mines Trail looking back down into the Chisos Basin. This is the end of the trail for the Pine Canyon hike. This is our destination today on this hike up Ernst Tanja. This is Boquillas Canyon. The sun just peeked through the clouds. This is the Pine Canyon trailhead on the East Road at Big Bend National Park. Lots of little rock pinnacles and rock features in Big Bend National Park all along the trails. Here's a couple more. So we've gotten to the narrow section of Pine Canyon, and we're down in the bottom of the canyon right now where the creek bed is, and you can see how much more dense the foliage is down here. There's a lot of oak trees down here, some pine trees, even finally ran into a ponderosa pine just behind me to my right. It's really pretty down here in the canyon and really cool. It's very nice down here. Beautiful hike, especially as you get up into the canyon. Looking up through the trees, you can still see some of the unique rock formations, and there's one right there. I'll tell you, it never ceases to amaze me where I see plants growing. So we've reached our destination at the end of Pine Canyon. The destination is a waterfall. I guess a lot of people don't hike this when there's not a waterfall, but we did. There's still a waterfall here, just no water to go with it. So I spoke too soon. Drops of water are dropping on my head, and you might be able to see them splashing off the rocks as they splash down. So there's a water drip here anyway. Let's see if I can get one of these water drips in the picture. There it is right there. This is the pass where the Lost Mines trailhead starts, and we're off on our second hike. We've come up on a saddle. Noah found himself a little throne to sit on with the castle in the background. I'm panning across to the east rim of the Chisos Basin. It's got some great spires and pinnacles right across the top of it. I'll try and zoom in on those so you can get a look at them. We're on a little spur trail looking out over this vista point just off the main trail on the Lost Mines Trail. As we look down into the Chisos Basin and then pan across the saddle and over to the canyon to the east of Chisos Basin. This is one of the favorite hikes of the rangers. In fact, most of the rangers we talked to said this was their favorite hike. And when we asked them why, they always said it's because of the views of the Chisos Basin. So there's lots of vista points along this trail to get some excellent views of the Chisos Basin. We're at the end of the trail. We're sitting at a point that looks out towards the east. It's kind of a little dome. Noah's standing next to a monolith out on that dome. As I'm panning all 360 degrees, you can see the views from here and the spine that we crossed to come over to it. It's a great place to sit and eat lunch and get some spectacular 360 degree views. Really makes for a nice destination. in and of itself is kind of neat, so I thought I'd take a video of Noah as he's crossing the spine. You can see how steep it is on the south side of the spine, and then it kind of rolls down and gets very steep on the north side of the spine as well. I guess someone who's afraid of heights probably wouldn't like this little walk across the spine, but it's a cool rock feature at the same time.
Our destination today on this hike up Ernst Tanja. This is an incredible canyon. We didn't stop here, but this is the destination hike. You can hike up to this pool and the spill-offs. And it's really beautiful, and the rock formations are extraordinarily unique. But if you keep going, there's just as many more incredible rock formations and unique rock features. Enjoy yourself as you discover all the gems along this beautiful hike in Big Bend National Park.
We had to do about a 20-minute drive through the desert to get to the Ernst Tanja trailhead. And as you can see, as we were approaching it, we were in for a little bit of weather. Fortunately, we missed it, but it rained to the east of us and the west of us. These are the Sierra del Carmen Mountains to the east of us. We'll be heading over there a little later to go visit Boquillas Canyon. The beginning portion of the hike is all sand, but you're quickly into rock formations, and they're all very intricate, interesting formations. What I like about these rock formations is they're like an optical illusion. We're actually going upstream, so we're going uphill, but the way these rocks have settled in, it makes it look like we're going down a steep hill. We come to a set of rock formations, and then we get a different set of rock formations. You don't go 100 yards and you're into another set of rock formations. And we're just going to keep going right up the canyon. What's interesting about this section is that there's even patterns in the rocks that we're walking on. I'll kind of zoom in here and you can see the different patterns that twist and turn throughout the rock. Another interesting rock formation right in the middle of all this. My son said it should be in Monsters, Inc. Again, here we are at another one, a series of steps and layers of rock sediment, all with assorted patterns. You can't see it in the video, but the edges of this just shimmer as if there's an iridescent material in them. This is actually the destination portion of the hike where they have all these water holes. We're not going to stop here, we're going to keep going, but you can see these water holes that are set down into the rock formations. Little reflection in the pool. And a rock slide. This is the namesake of the canyon right here. Actually, we came to this little archway here, which is kind of neat. Back up and in. Oh! Go ahead, Noah. This entire canyon is full of interesting rock formations. I'm standing inside of one of the rock formations. It's really cool. In fact, I can walk out from down below. I actually walked in a videotape, so I'll show you. Enjoy this canyon. It has innumerable rock formations and rock features all up and down. Have a lot of fun in this canyon. It's beautiful. Even though there's a lot of rock formations in this canyon and in the park, this one was so much more unique than the other configurations that we saw in the park.
This is a very narrow section, probably the closest thing to a slot canyon that they have here at Big Bend. It is pretty neat.
And this is how we end our hike at Ernst Tanja. This is a popularly photographed tunnel in the park on the way to Boquillas Canyon. This is Boquillas Canyon, and that's the Rio Grande River. You're looking at Mexico on the other side. And this is a picture of the canyon itself. It's a very narrow canyon, and it cuts through the Sierra del Carmen Mountains. While we were standing here admiring the canyon, the sun peeked through the clouds, and boy, it hit Boquillas Canyon wall and just lit it right up, as you can tell. It was quite stunning as it came through the clouds. I guess our timing was good today, huh? We're in Texas, so we got to get a picture of a cowboy's best friend. What was different about Boquillas Canyon as compared to Santa Elena Canyon on the opposite side of the park is the river itself. The Rio Grande at Santa Elena Canyon was much more silty and murky, and on this side of the canyon it's a clearer water, and it's even got some turquoise colors in it. It's pretty river as it flows through this section of the park. Wow, and what a way to finish day 3.